Kofi Annan, a former United Nations Secretary-General, died at the age of 80 early Saturday at a hospital in Bern, Switzerland, following a short unspecified illness. The Kofi Annan Foundation confirmed the death of the Nobel Peace Prize laureate, who was born in Ghana in 1938. It is with immense sadness that the Annan family and the Kofi Annan Foundation announced that Kofi Annan, former Secretary-General of the United Nations and Nobel Peace Laureate, passed away peacefully on Saturday the 18th of August after a short illness.
pic.twitter.com/nadoitunamaz,
Kofi Annan Foundation, at Kofi Annan FDN, August 18, 2018. His wife Nain and their children Ama, Kojo and Nina were by his side during his last days, the foundation named after him wrote. Annan became the 7th UN Secretary-General, and its first black African one, in 1997, after rising through the system's ranks from his first role at the World Health Organization of Administrative and Budget Officer in 1962. He remained in the top Secretary-General position for 2 terms, until 2006. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2001, jointly with the UN, for revitalizing the body and giving priority to human rights. But as the Reuters news agency noted, Annan was criticized during his earlier time as head of the UN's peacekeeping forces for failing to halt the genocide in Rwanda in the 1990s. The international community failed Rwanda, and that must leave us always with a sense of bitter regret, Annan said, on reflection, in 2004. I believed at that time that I was doing my best. But I realized after the genocide that there was more that I could and should have done to sound the alarm and rally support. The UN oil for food scandal also occurred on his watch. During his tenure, Annan campaigned against the Second Iraq War. After leaving the top role, Annan later served as UN Special Envoy for Syria. The Kofi Annan Foundation has hailed Annan as a global statesman and a deeply committed internationalist who fought throughout his life for a fair and more peaceful world. It called him an ardent champion of peace, sustainable development, human rights and the rule of law. He will be greatly missed by so many around the world, as well as the staff at the foundation and his many former colleagues in the United Nations system, it added. He will remain in our hearts forever. Kofi Annan was a guiding force for good. It is with profound sadness that I learned of his passing, Antonio Guterres, former UN Secretary-General and Nobel Peace Laureate Kofi Annan passed away on Saturday the 18th of August. Statement, https://t.co/icacdochi pic.twitter.com/didibvo6mt5, UN Geneva, UN Geneva, August 18, 2018. Current UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres described Annan as a guiding force for good, a good friend and mentor, and someone I could always turn to for counsel and wisdom. He provided people everywhere with a space for dialogue, a place for problem-solving and a path to a better world, Guterres said via a statement shared online. In these turbulent and trying times, he never stopped working to give life to the values of the United Nations Charter. His legacy will remain a true inspiration for all of us. Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo praised Annan for bringing considerable renown to our country. By this position and through his conduct and comportment in the global arena, he was an ardent believer in the capacity of the Ghanaian to chart his or her own course onto the path of progress and prosperity, he added on Twitter. The UN's migration agency paid tribute to visionary Annan with this post. Today we mourn the loss of a great man, a leader, and a visionary, former UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan. A life well lived. A life worth celebrating. pic.twitter.com/3sme7vs2p IOM UN Migration @unmigdon August 18, 2018. Hundreds of tributes have also flooded in for the diplomat, including one recalling his humble reaction after being mistaken for Hollywood actor Morgan Freeman. We are extremely saddened by the demise of Kofi Annan, an exemplary humanitarian, a Nobel laureate. The world will miss his presence. Our thoughts. pic.twitter.com/scasinks Congress @Incendia August 18, 2018. Former UN Secretary and Nobel Peace Prize winner Kofi Annan has passed at age 80. The world needs visionaries of peace more than ever, and his life is an example of the possible. Thank you for your service to us all, sir. Rest now, in peace, George Takei. At George Takei, August 18, 2018. After retirement, Kofi Annan went for a vacation in a resort in Italy. One day he went to buy newspapers at nearby town. He was mobbed by crowds wanting autographs. They confused him with Morgan Freeman. He didn't want to let them down. He signed the name Morgan Freeman and fled. pic.twitter.com/NOK7DOZSZ, January Makamba, at J Makamba, August 18, 2018. Sad to hear of the death of Kofi Annan. A great leader and reformer of the UN, he made a huge contribution to making the world he has left a better place than the one he was born into. My thoughts and condolences are with his family. pic.twitter.com/POSwagshame, Theresa May, at Theresa_May, August 18, 2018. The Nelson Mandela Foundation mourns the passing of Kofi Annan. Kofi Annan. The world has lost not only a great African diplomat and humanitarian but also a conscience keeper of international peace and security, Narendra Modi. At Narendra Modi, August 18, 2018. Kofi Annan was a great champion of peace, development, human rights and a formidable leader of the UN. With serene calm and determination, he consistently stood up for the value and necessity of international cooperation. The best tribute we can give Kofi Annan is to do the same. Jan Eliasson, at Jank Eliasson, August 18, 2018. Incredibly sad day to wake up to the news that the wonderful Kofi Annan is no longer with us. He was an extraordinary individual who committed his life to guiding the world to a better place. https://t.co/huogyiping. pic.twitter.com/ifx. Richard Branson, at Richard Branson, August 18, 2018. The world has lost a great man in Kofi Annan. I will miss him. George Soros, at George Soros, August 18, 2018. At Kofi Annan dedicated his life to working for peace and to ensure that we strive to maintain the highest possible moral standards while confronting our greatest challenges collectively. My heart goes out to Nan and his entire family. Al Gore, at Al Gore, August 18, 2018. The world has lost a great humanitarian, leader, and self-proclaimed stubborn optimist. Rest in peace, Kofi Annan. Jacinda Ardern, at Jacinda Ardern, August 18, 2018. To educate girls is to reduce poverty. Kofi Annan, may his noble soul rest in peace. Amin. Ziauddin Yusuf Sai, at Ziauddini, August 18, 2018. Thank you. pic.twitter.com/PT2BRFK3KP, The King Center, at The King Center, August 18, 2018. He lived and worked for global peace, security and sustainable development in very challenging times. A proud son of Ghana and Africa. RIP Kofi Annan. pic.twitter.com/Zeev6Sadu, John Dramani Mahama, at Jad Mahama, August 18, 2018. TB, I'm shocked and distressed to hear the news about Kofi. He was a good friend whom I saw only weeks ago. Kofi Annan was a great diplomat, a true statesman and a wonderful colleague who is widely respected and will be greatly missed. My deepest sympathy to Nane and his family. Tony Blair Institute, at Institute GC, August 18, 2018. Kofi Annan was not just a great breaker of glass ceilings, he was a leader and a visionary, who worked to foster international cooperation and a more united world. pic.twitter.com/1mints4, David Lammy, at David Lammy, August 18, 2018. A leader of leaders, a titan amongst world statesmen, a wonderful humanitarian and the most compassionate and caring of individuals. Kofi Annan will be sorely missed. Gordon. His efforts in support of conflict resolution and human rights will be remembered. He looked for a peaceful path when others looked for war. My thoughts are with his family and loved ones. Jeremy Corbyn, at Jeremy Corbyn, August 18, 2018. I have no words to express the shock and sorrow I experienced on learning about Kofi Annan's passing. A remarkable leader and great human being, he will be sorely missed, particularly by fellow members of the At One Young World family. pic.twitter.com/L3CR15RK, Professor Thuli Madonzella, at Thuli Madonzella 3, August 18, 2018. Deeply saddened by the passing away of Kofi Annan. one of the true global leaders of our age, a man of courage, wisdom and friendship. I'm honored to have had the privilege of working for him. pic.twitter.com/A9PTVOCDF1, Carl Bildt, at Carl Bildt, August 18, 2018. Saddened to hear that Kofi Annan has passed away. His warmth should never be mistaken for weakness. Annan showed that one can be a great humanitarian and a strong leader at the same time. The UN and the world have lost one of their giants, Jens Stoltenberg, at Jens Stoltenberg, August 18, 2018. Peace laureate and former Secretary General at Kofi Annan has sadly passed away. Annan was awarded the 2001 Nobel Peace Prize thanks to his work for a better organized and more peaceful world. Learn about his humanitarian work in his Nobel biography, https://t.co/zx87n6jz5b pic.twitter.com/v5yahooim. The Nobel Prize, at Nobel Prize, August 18, 2018. Download.